Welcome back. All right, let's bring in our friend Mike Apple. We will get to that holiday story, Mike, in just a bit, because I saw that and I said, I am not talking about holiday spending yet. No, I am not.
You can't avoid it.
I know
you can't avoid
will.
it.
Let's start with something else, shall we? All right, let's talk Mountain
Sure.
Equipment Co-op. It's
Yep.
one of my favorite places to go shop. I just wander around. I like looking at different things. I don't know what some of these things do, but I like looking at them.
This is the thing, right? Yeah. Well, look, this is a company that even before the pandemic struck was having some financial issues. They had been cutting jobs and closing stores, and now they're being bought out by KingSett Capital out of the U.S. So the cooperative, which was formed 49 years ago, had grown to 29 locations across the country, is being taken over by private equity. They were basically strapped for cash and needed the funding. And the co-op members are actually unsecured creditors in this bankruptcy reorganization. KingSett saying they're going to keep 17 out of 22 stores, not planning on any job cuts right now. They'd already kind of gone through this restructuring at Mountain Equipment Co-op. And yeah, this is the thing. I'd gone into the stores. I hadn't been into a Mountain Equipment Co-op in quite some time, Melanie, I will admit. And just by looking at me, you can see that I'm the rugged outdoorsy type.
I actually think you could be, though, because you are outdoors on the farm. I think you get your hands dirty.
Different. That's different.
Very different?
I am not camping in the back country. You know, we've got a hard side trailer with air conditioning. Okay. So, I mean, you know.
You're
honestly,
glamping is what you're doing.
I am totally glamping,
okay.
Yes. I am not putting on ice shoes and setting up a tent on the side of a rock face.
But there are so many trinkets in this store. Honestly, I just like wandering, figuring out what they do.
And let's hope that they can continue going on now that they've got some solid financial backing.
Indeed, indeed. Okay, fine. Let's get to your holiday spending story, because I know you want to talk about it.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So Deloitte Consulting is out with its outlook for the year for the holiday sales season, because we're not that far away. We're a week away from the first day of fall, and start talking about. I know. You're
sorry. Did you see that?
Your face there. Okay. Yeah, I saw that totally. But it looks as though people are going to be spending more. And then this is the U.S. forecast, but we'll extrapolate it to Canada. And the talk is that we're going to see a situation where e-commerce will be the absolute dominant factor, up 25 to 30% from a year ago. So overall spending is going to go up 1.5%, but it's all going to be about e-commerce. So what have we been talking about? Amazon's hiring. UPS is hiring. FedEx, they're going to be reporting earnings today. They're going to be hiring and raising prices as well. FedEx just actually announcing that they're going to be hiking fees by something like 5% because they say it's about technology. But all of this is building. So you're going to have retailers who are poised to be winners out of this if they've got a good e-commerce platform, and others, it's going to be a struggle.
Mike, we're looking at some B-roll or video of these packed malls. Remember when?
Well, listen, Simon Properties, which is one of the biggest shopping mall operators in the U.S., just announcing this morning, Black Friday, that's not a thing.
No.
They're shutting the malls down on Thanksgiving in the U.S. Yeah. And that's going to be another major pandemic shift. The malls are open now, but they do not want to see these massive crowds lined up to get, into a mad rush of sales and deals.
No, not looking to encourage that. You know what? As people look for holiday spending, maybe they're looking for the latest and greatest from Apple, and then we are expecting some more today.
Yeah, they're holding an event today. It's going to be about watches and iPads. And then next month, later than typical, they're going to be unveiling their latest iPhones. Part of that has to do with production issues. And this is a technology dilemma. I mean, let's face it, manufacturing was delayed. You'd seen that in other categories as well. The manufacturing for computer chips, this is going to affect the biggest names in tech. So it'll be interesting to see, again, supply, demand, pricing, the issues with the jobs market. Let's face it, Melanie, a lot of people are still unemployed, and that's going to dent some spending. But again, Apple has weathered this storm. Share price, it's close to a record. And it's got that user base that, you spend $50-$60 a month and you don't even notice it because you're signed up for all of their various services that come off the credit card bills, and you just go, oh, I'm paying that much for Apple Music? Who knew?
All the
bells
and whistles.
I don't know.
I signed up for Apple TV at the beginning of the pandemic so that I could watch the morning show.
The morning show.
And
yes.
then I didn't cancel my subscription. So I know I'm
See?
still paying for it. I just don't know. And it's all like within those costs of the Apple Music and the extra storage. So I don't know what's for what now. It just keeps coming out. It's horrible.
And they've been talking about actually bundling some of that.
That would be smart.
That might be part of today's announcement as well, to, again, maybe lower costs overall. But, again, do they make more money by having it each individual item? Again, check your receipts.
I know I'm bad with that. We've run out of time, but we have to get to this because we teased it. The possible vaccines that could be inhaled. This is interesting.
This is out of the UK. They're working on 2 vaccines that may be through inhaling as opposed to an injection. Does that make it more palatable, I suppose? Some people don't like getting a needle, let's face it. China's working on a mass-produced vaccine as well, and that could be ready for November, they're saying. So they've got a couple of positive signals here on the vaccine front, and it is showing up in the markets as well this morning, Mel. I've got the Dow futures up 200 points.
Oh, boy, so much to talk about. Mike, as always, it is a pleasure. I'm going to start shopping for you now.